purpose constitute professional misconduct, also to alter OHIP practices such that such use is not covered. And I affix my signature in full support, Speaker. Thank you.
Petitions, the member from Huron-Bruce.
Thank you. Yes. To the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. Whereas the tick-borne illness known as chronic Lyme disease, which mimics many catastrophic illnesses such as multiple sclerosis, Crohn's, Alzheimer's, arthritic diabetes, depression, chronic fatigue, and fibromyalgia, is increasingly endemic in Canada. But the scientifically validated diagnostic tests and treatment choices are currently not available in Ontario, forcing patients to seek these in the USA and Europe. Whereas the Canadian Medical Association informed the public, governments, and the medical profession in May 30th, 2000 edition of their professional journal that Lyme disease is endemic throughout Canada, particularly in southern Ontario. Whereas the Ontario Public Health System and the Ontario Health Insurance Plan currently do not fund those specific tests that accurately serve the process for establishing a clinical diagnosis, but only recognize testing procedures known in the medical literature to provide false negatives 45 to 95% of the time. We, the undersigned, petitioned the Legislative Assembly of Ontario to request the Minister of Health to direct the Ontario Public Health System and OHIP to include all currently available and scientifically verified tests for acute and chronic Lyme disease diagnosis, to do everything necessary to create public awareness of Lyme disease in Ontario, and to have internationally developed diagnostic and successful treatment protocols available to patients and physicians. I agree with this petition, and I affix my name to it, and I'll send it to the desk with stone.
Thank you. Member from Nipissing.
Thank you, Speaker. I'm catching up on my older petitions pre-prorogation. To the Legislative Assembly of Ontario, whereas the announced closure of 9 provincial parks in Northern Ontario will have a negative